So I'm back. So what I've done is I have cut my 2 pieces of the strips that I was telling you about, these. So I have a contrasting, not very contrasting, but still. So what you do is you calculate the width of your envelope. You have to have the exact same. And then, so you need 2 of those, okay? Then you find the center again. So if there's any writing, like upward position, you have to find the center on the top, okay? So I'm gonna find the center on that one. And then I'm gonna punch the same as I did that, but not as deep. You can go a little bit, not as deep, because you're going to cover the paper. So when you glue it, you're not gonna see the paper on your circle there. So you do that for both of them. I should have put the mark on the second one when I had put the mark. So not as deep, but the center and the same, just like that. Okay. So you're not gluing that on the small ones. You're going to glue one on the medium or the middle ones, and then one on the larger ones on the back. Okay, so one right there, flush on the corners, on the sides, just press. So that's the middle one, and one on the large ones. So the small one is going to be a full mat, okay? Glue. So that's on the large one. Take just the one, and then you make sure it's nice and flush all around, and you just press. Okay, so we have the large, medium, small. This is for after. Small, I'm going to, again, I found the center, and I'm going to punch it, not quite as deep, just like we did these two, so that we cover all of this. So this one can be put on that one, right there, right now, okay? Let's do that. So you put glue all over on this one, okay? So that's the top one. Make sure it's nice and flush. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to do also, if you have enough paper to, oh, I think I'm not going to do it because they're all nice and flush. If they're not flush here, like all nice and even, then to hide the imperfection, you can have your front paper here wrap around. Okay, so you make it maybe an inch longer, and after you've glued it on here, you can score a line here and then another one for the thickness, and then you glue it on the back. But here I'm good. I did not make any imperfection, so I'm good. If you have any problems on that, just write to me, and then I'll let you know what you have to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the back. So the first one, we're going to put the glue on the back. And when you put the glue, let me just press this because I'm just afraid it might not glue right. Okay, so when you put the glue about 1.5 inches away from the edge on both sides. Okay, then you put on the top, on the bottom, and you can put a little bit here, doesn't matter. You have to have not too close, but close enough that when you squish, when you press on it, the glue is going to glue all the way to the corner. Don't want to put too much so that it doesn't smear and then doesn't glue all the envelopes together. So why do we do that is because if it's glued only to these sides, not all the way to the edges, when you open your envelope, it will expand. Like you see here. Because I've glued it all the way here, I mean up to here, not all the way to here, it then expands. If they would be all glued to the side, there's no way, nothing can open. So you don't want that. So you put that there, and you put that on the same size envelope. Okay, you do the same with this one. So this is the top one that has the border. So you do 1.5 inches away, you go all around. You put on the same size envelope. Okay, press. Then you take that one, turn around, 1.5 inches from the edge. Go like this and like this. Okay, and then you go like this. Then what you got to do is you have to glue that one onto here. So you're going to do the same on the back of the smaller one of the two. So I'm gluing the medium on the large, so I'm going to work on the back of the medium, 1.5 inches away. It's approximate, you don't have to measure that. And then you go flush to the bottom and to the edges. Okay, you can see, and then you just press. You do the same. So this one is going to go on top of that one, so you grab it, you turn around, 1.5 inches from the edge, and then you just glue it. Maybe a little bit more here. And you put it flush with the bottom and the sides. This is the best way to have them flush for the bottom. And flush on the sides. There you have your file. So you squish everything, all the corners here. But before it dries, you make sure that it's not all glued together. Like you see those here? They want to glue together. There's a little bit smearing here, so you just take that away. And you just wipe it. You make sure everything is nice and glued, all the corners here, because we don't want the matting to separate, or these two together to separate. They have to be glued all the way to the edge, but not glued together. So I'm good here, you see? So then what you do is you're going to, because we're making an envelope here, so we're going to mat the back with some paper, little strips of paper. So first you have to have one that is I would say maybe 1 inch less than your envelope by 3/4 of an inch. Could be more, it doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you have a fold here. And as long as it doesn't go all the way to the sides. Because even that one here, we don't want to glue to the sides, because if we do that, then the last one will not expand, like here. You see that right here? So if that one is glued all the way to the edge, here, on the back, then it will not expand. I used to do that a lot, but I've corrected that big mistake that I made so many times. So this little strip folded in two, you put a little bit of glue here, and you have to make sure that the glue goes to the edge, because when you're going to put a card in there, if it's not glued all the way to the edge, it will bang to the edge here because it's loose. Okay, so you have to be sure that it's nicely compressed. As straight as you can. Here I have 2 other strips, so you can go not exactly to the bottom, or you can go to the bottom here, but don't pass the fold. So all the way here, and you can just cut here. Okay, it doesn't matter if it doesn't go all the way down. If you cut it too short, it's still good. If I would cut it here, it's still good. But if it goes there, it's better. So you're going to fold that in two. I'm going to do that for both of them. So I'm going to use this one as a template. As long as it's not longer. There. Fold in half. And again with the fold on the outside. So here we have the fold on the outside. Okay. So you do the same with those here. Fold on the outside. And you go right there. You have to be more than 1/2 inch from the edge. Okay, could go an inch, but I want to have decent size cards, so I'm gonna do it that way. Especially that my card is going to be that size here, so it has to go. If you already decided what the card is gonna be, you can make it the right width. So as long as my card will go in here. Okay, so press that. Make sure it's nice and glued down. Then, okay, when you have to put something in a slot like this, if you fold this first and then fold that on top of it, when you put the card, it might bang to that. You don't like that. So what you want is you want to fold the sides first, and then you glue those 2 corners, so that if you put something in there, it will follow the little channel and go all the way down. Okay, so I put 1 little drop of glue on each corner of the sides, and then I just press the bottom, and I wait a little bit. Okay, every time you have those strips like that, you're making kind of a channel or something to put something in. Always have the sides folded first, then you fold the bottom. Okay, once you've done that, then you put glue all around here. Here I don't taper those, because if I taper them and I look for how to put my where to put my card, I can't find it. It's too deep. So if it's on the edge, it's easier to see where to put your card. So that's why I don't taper it. Okay, now you have to have your page matted. Just matted. I left a little, maybe a 32nd of an inch or 16th of an inch. Yeah, 16th of an inch all around of my paper. Then you're ready to put that on there. Also, what I wanted to say is that the on-page bucket or the liner, you can do that to every single page if you want. I did 2, but you can do more, okay? As many as you want. You can do every page like that. So you could have one done that before you mat that, okay? So I didn't make one. So here is going to be centered with the 2 sides and not too high because I want to have my card coming out. So I'm going to go this much. And you just let it dry. Press hard, go back maybe after a couple minutes, make sure it's nice and dried. So here I decided that my card would be, where did I put it? I had it 2 minutes ago. Oh, here. So this is going to be the card that's going to go in there, okay? So I'm going to show you how to make this card. So this card here folds like this. This is an idea from Claire from My Creative Spirit. I think I'm going to get another... I wonder if I have the nice paper. Here I have nice textured paper. I'm going to do that again. I want to use nice textured paper for the card. Because the back, I'm not matting the back because I don't have enough paper for that. So at least if I have nice paper, it's going to be better. So you pick whatever. Okay, I want to show you. So this is Claire from My Creative Spirit. She has this idea of making a card. So it's nice because then you can put decorations here. You can even poke punch 2 holes and have a little ribbon there. But I would not suggest you put it too close here because this here is open. See? She only glued both sides here so that you can tuck something in there, which is nice. This one is not glued properly. You have to put it better. So if you put 2 little punch here and a little bow or something, if you put it too tight, too close to the edge, there won't be room for anything to go in more than like a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch. So put them further down, or put this this band here larger. I'm just going to add some, because I see that there's no glue here. Might as well correct it right now. Okay, so what you do is you pick whatever card you're going to use to decorate, if you want to put a card or mat, whatever. So this one here is 3 by 4. So I measure. Like 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch around. So I'm going to, maybe I could do it that way. Yep. I'm saving paper this way. So I'm going to go that way because it's wide enough for the double. So I'm making a mark here. And I'm going to cut that. Let me just push that here for now so that you can see where I'm cutting. It's not much to see here. Okay, so cut on that line. You can punch the corners if you want. So I'm going to glue that on the right side. That's going to be the front of the card. I start with that. Right here. Even all around. Okay. I'm going to press it so that it's nice and stable. Then you're going to find where, well, you could already do the score line. So you do a score line next to, if you have a 1/16 of an inch all around, you're going to do a line a 1/16 of an inch. You can't see. So 1/16 of an inch next to my image. There, that's going to be the fold. And then you're going to fold your card in 2. Okay. This is going to be folded that way on the score line. All you have to do after that is put a fine line of glue right here and right here and glue that down. Then what you can do is after that you can mat that with whatever you want. Paper. I'll wait until the end because I want to use scraps. I don't want to cut into my paper that I need bigger pieces. So I'm trying to use only, this is the challenge, I wanted to use only the papers that I have, the 12 sheets. So, and then I'm going to decorate it. So as you can see, pressing again, so this can go in there. See, and I glued that file a little lower so that I have plenty of room here. Especially if you did a liner, because of the surface where you're going to glue your envelope on is probably going to finish here because you have kind of a liner, a pocket in on page pocket. So you want to have room for that. So make sure you glue it, I would say maybe half an inch from the border, the bottom. So that's our file. You can add whatever. Here I add a little card. I'm going to wait until the end. And after that we're going to, on the next video, I'm going to do the waterfall cascade. This is the perfect technique, so stay tuned and learn how to make it right. I'll be right back. Thank you.